All right, what's good, y'all? It's me, JSB, and today the concept that I want to speak on is semen retention. Now, I just seen a lot of people dive into this concept in this generation, and I want to provide a little more information regarding this subject. I did a video previously breaking down information regarding this subject, but I feel like right now I'm a more expanded and refined version of myself. So I'm just adding on information and really give people a more of an understanding in a more simple video. So, semen retention and nofap. I see a lot of people dive into these concepts, and I want to break this down. Okay, I'm gonna put a chart up here for y'all to understand the foundation that I'm building off of. These are vibrational states. Look at these vibrational states like internal states. These vibrational states are internal states. Say if like you in Florida and I'm in Chicago, you are in the state and I'm in a certain state. All right, so note this when I'm speaking about state of beings. When you in a specific state of being, you become a byproduct of that space that you in. So your reality start to shape and form and look like that state that you in. So if you in a lower state of being, the things that are created in your life will mimic that state of being that you in. And a higher version of yourself lives within these higher states. And a lower version of yourself resides and lives within these lower state of beings. So when you're doing activities that puts you in these lower state of beings, like shame and guilt, regardless of what the activities is, when you participate in activities that puts you in a state of being that's like shame and guilt, you creating that version of yourself. So the process of you creating that version of yourself sometimes look like bad luck, or you destroying things that you created from being a higher version of yourself, from participating in activities that a lower version of yourself would do. So it's really not about retention, it's about redirecting that energy into somewhere more healthier for you. Because when you direct your energy into spaces that make you feel shameful and guilty, this is where a lower version of yourself resides. So this is the reality you start creating for yourself. A higher version of yourself wouldn't participate in these activities because guilt and shame is in that reality. Your higher self wouldn't do that. No activities that pulls you down to those state of beings. So you have to really understand, and it get tricky. It get real detailistic when we breaking down concepts like these, because something can be bad for you in your mind, but in this person's mind, it's not really bad for them. You know what I'm saying? But if you know what you need to stay away from, if you're aware enough to know what harms you and what you need to stay away from, you need to redirect your energy into somewhere that's more beneficial. And it's just as simple as that. When you jacking off and watching porn and shit, and in the end you feel shameful and guilty, you align yourself with a lower version of yourself, and that's what you start creating. And the process of you destroying things that you created from being the higher version of yourself looks like bad luck. It looked like shit just falling and going wrong, and you losing this relationship and you losing this opportunity, and everything just shifting and taking you out of this position. It's because you creating a lower version of yourself. You can't create a higher version of yourself participating in those activities. So it's best to learn from those mistakes and move better throughout these situations and gain more wisdom throughout these situations, so you can catapult yourself back into that higher state of being. It's all your responsibility. You are the creator. This is what you're creating. So if you participate in these activities that putting you in those lower state of beings, you creating that for yourself. And a lot of people who are really deep into this concept, they will understand what I'm talking about. They will understand what I'm talking about when you fall back into something, and not just this shit, not just by watching porn and shit, or doing something else that make you feel regretful as far as the sexual energy. With anything, like any habit you got, like when you fall back into that shit and it make you feel shameful, and you sitting there basking in the shame, you start to create that version of yourself. If you don't learn from and extract information from the situation to learn how to move better. It don't matter how many times you fall, as long as you willing to get back up and extract information from the situation, you can create a higher version of yourself, because that's what a higher version of yourself does. It transmutes, it turn that pain into power. So as long as you get good with transforming and transmuting, you'll be straight. And just learn how to redirect your energy into a better space. But it's been me, JSB, and I feel like I'm gonna come back on this subject and speak more in the future. But for right now, that's all I want to break down. Thanks for watching my video, and I'm out.